What's up, y'all? It's the Boosh Bag. Miss Boosh Bag. To you. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I am doing this thing late as hell in the day. I was up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so it really is. It don't even make no sense for me to not have done this. Wait a minute, okay. See, at first I was watching Little Women LA. I think like one person asked me to review that, and I was thinking about it. I don't know. I don't want to get too overwhelmed with doing too many shows. But so I might review that. I did make some notes. I did watch it. We'll see. Anyway, okay. So this episode starts off with Monie and Minnie getting together. So Monie must have invited Minnie over to her house, and Minnie is feeling, all weird and apprehensive. Matter of fact, Minnie had a funky ass attitude throughout the whole damn episode, but I'll get into that, as it comes. She called Okay, well, she came inside, and like I said, Minnie was acting all like, oh, I don't know what she want from me. And ever since that whole conversation, why I call her out, like, she acted like she really, really did something with that whole thing. But anyway, Monie was like, all right, well, first of all, when we were together on that little trip or that picnic thing or whatever the hell it was, you really, you hurt my feelings. You made me feel like an outsider, like you singled me out in front of all of these people. And Minnie was like, I didn't single you out. She was like, it's just, everybody else knew what kind of dwarfism they had. She was like, so if everybody else knew and I'm the only one who didn't, then you did single me out, right? That is what singling out means, right? Well, yeah, I mean, I singled you out, but not like, yes, you singled her the fuck out. She's like, well, she felt like an outsider. So she's like, all right, well, everybody should know what kind of dwarfism it is that they got. I mean, so whatever. Acting like, she's very dismissive or whatever. And Monie is like, well, I did actually go to the doctor, and based on my torso, and I think she should have said the torso to limb ratio because I believe that's what the doctor said, but whatever, she does have some type of dwarfism, but he don't know which kind until the blood work come back. Now, when she said that, of course, it makes sense to me and you because we were actually there at the doctor and everything. But now that Minnie feels like she's like in the power seat, she feel like she could just not believe Monie, like Monie be lying or something. But Monie, okay, she is annoying, aggressive. She got that mumbly ass, ghetto ass voice. But Monie is not a liar, okay? That's what we will say, all right? She is quite the truth teller. Well, she a truth teller for now anyway, right? So Minnie is like, oh, so really, you went to the doctor, you got dwarfism, and you supposedly now you don't know what kind? Yes, bitch. I don't know, were you cognizant when you found out what kind of little person you were, or were you like a baby and your mother found it out for you? Like, you actually don't really know much about the process as an adult, so to be so skeptical is illogical, but it's whatever. All right, so she acted like she don't believe her, and then she like, I mean, okay, well, look, I got shit to do, I gotta go to work, acting like she don't give a fuck. But you know what? This whole thing, this was like the light of your whole life. Like, you was so fucking excited about the shit. And now that you found out that you was being a bitch and you're wrong, and you have just been being mean to somebody for no fucking reason, you want to still feel like you're your little high horse, and now you so busy, like, oh, I got stuff to do, I got clients, I got to go. Thanks for the wine, for the drinks, whatever. Monie is like, whatever. And then at the end, Minnie is still mad. She was like, I mean, whatever. I don't even believe she brought me over here for this. I mean, the fact still remains that, I mean, it took you all of this time to look it up. So I'm like, so what? I mean, I get that specifically for the show being called Little Women, then I guess that the show people perhaps should have investigated to see if she was a little person. But as far as her personally knowing, that's really none of your business. I'm really confused why Minnie is so adamantly angry with Monie about her type of dwarfism and knowing what kind it is and or not knowing. And of course, she really ain't. She just she mad, and she was happy to have some shit to loom over Monie's head. But it's over now, bitch. Okay. All right, so I already said I was going to really be skipping over Emily's storyline, but Bree and Emily talked, and the baby's out of the trach surgery. It's a success. He's breathing on his own. Skip it by. Okay. Minnie and Amanda. They went out to exercise. All right, I should have really did this thing last night when I remember everything. They went out to exercise together. And while they sitting there stretching, Minnie's talking about how she want to get her body back right because she want to start dating again. So Amanda's like, yeah, I mean, you really should start dating again. You can find a nice guy, like better than Pastor Troy, because we already heard his motherfucking plans for their relationship, which is to not have a relationship and to get her pregnant with an illegitimate child, while not really being in a relationship with her and not really planning on any relationshipy shit in the future, if you know what I mean. Yeah. What he said he was going to be doing it to her from underneath. Yeah, classy. Yeah, so she's supposed to be there trying to get her body right. And then Minnie is like, so what's up with you? What's up with your sister? She was like, oh, she's fine. But I try to go over to the house to see her, and Chris tried to kick me out. Like, he wouldn't let me go in to see my sister. And he had his arms like in front of the door and all of that shit that he was doing. Like, no, this is our house, it's our family. And she was like, well, I went in anyway. And basically they started arguing and all of that. She feels like he's trying to turn Andrea against her. And she's mad because Andrea seems to be going along with the shit. So she told her that she even won't let her come into the delivery room. She was like, she was like, that shit hurt my feelings. And then he was like, yeah, I assume so. I mean, everybody would assume so. If you always been there for her. I am a little bit perplexed by Andrea's stance on her sister at this point. Like, I don't know. I guess. I don't know. Well, the guy is horrible. And I think that would always give me reservation if I was Andrea. And damn sure not going to turn away my twin sister. I could see somebody being in your business and getting on your nerves, but I just think she's been doing way too much against her sister. She hurting her sister feelings like left and fucking right over this fucking dumbass boy he still don't got no job though. But for real, where's his job? Okay, so yeah. She's just saying that how hurt she is, and Manny's like, well, I guess it is what it is. That little kettlebell exercise that they had, the little thing that it's got the little handle on it, and it's like the little round weight. Amanda don't need to do that because her butt is humongous already, and those build your booty, just in case you wanted to know. Okay, the whole bend over with that, the whole squatting with those build up your booty muscles. Now, Minnie, yeah, you need 2 of them, and you need to really work it the hell on out, okay, because you ain't got no butt. Anyway, all right. Then Andrea and Chris go to the hospital, and they're there for their 32-week appointment for the baby or whatever. And as soon as they come in, the doctor's like, oh, your sister's not here? And Andrea got a motherfucking attitude, okay? And she was like, well, Chris is the only person that I need around me right now. Chris is the only person that I need around me right now because my sister is all of my business. I was like, y'all motherfuckers are so tiny attitude-y. They are funny to me. So yeah, so she is in her business, and that's why she feels like, well, she actually asked the doctor, like, what's going on with this shit that's happening to me? Because apparently she been having a lot of contractions, like she feeling like the baby coming out. The doctor is saying it might be because she's such a small person. The baby might be just like too big for her body. It's like outgrowing her body and really needs to be born. But he really needs her to stay pregnant for as long as possible. And he said it's probably stress. So then once again, she turned it onto her sister. And she was like, see, that's why I can't be having these arguments with my sister. She fucking stressing me out and all of this. And the only people I need to be worried about right now is having space for me and my baby. I'm like, you ain't gonna be talking that damn tune when this motherfucker's out of the picture. And believe you me, he gonna be out of the picture. Probably as soon as he get a job. Little selfish ass motherfucker. He'll clean up and take care of the house as long as you pay him for it. But the second he gotta put some money in it, he gonna go find him a girl, preferably without no children. Okay? Not no little people ones where his insurance gonna have to be paid all of this money for all of the doctor bills for his kids. Yeah, all of that. Okay, so Monie and little Amanda, they go to meet up. So Amanda is saying basically she knows that Minnie is supposed to be their mama bear or whatever, but shit, she like Money too, and she don't got no problems with her, so she want to fucking hang out with her, and that's what she doing. So, Money and Amanda, they're talking about how the group is like so divided. I just want to also state at this particular time in the show, Money's wig is once again not ridiculous. Okay, so I am so here for the less asinine wigs. Okay, when you wear a wig that makes sense with life, okay, with the world that we live in, then I'm here for it. I can really appreciate you because you were violating my space at some point with the hairstyles, with the wig, with all of it. You were so wrong. Okay, I'm glad you're on the right side of the tracks right now. I was here for the wig. I even like the makeup combination, even though I think it was like purple and this might have been blue. Don't quote me because I don't know what fuck color it was, but I thought it looked nice. If it was tacky, then whatever. Then y'all think I'm tacky. I'll be that. Whatever. Okay, so Money is telling her that she is really stressed out right now because her friend got her this audition with like this top guy in voiceovers, okay? But you know, I guess she been going to the classes for like a year, right? But I guess she's been small time in it, or you know, trying to go to maybe like little auditions here or there. So this big time person got her freaked all the fuck out. She was like, you know, I can't fuck up. Like I have to take this so seriously. It's like the biggest chance ever. So she's really fucking excited about it. Yeah, she's about. Wait a minute. Yeah, they're talking about the big money. So yeah, Amanda was like, yeah, I get that. You know, this is like a big opportunity, and you want to make that big money. So it made like a little flashback to Money when she was working at the salon with Minnie, and she was like, all my life I always had just jobs. Like I never had a career. So she feels like this is like her chance to have a full-on career and not just a job, which is what we all motherfucking want. Please share this video with people so that I can make YouTube a motherfucking career. Can I do that? Can y'all hook me up? Can y'all help me? All right, enough shameless self-promotion, Aisa. That's my name, y'all. Shh. All right, I had to embed it in the middle of the video so that people won't know it, unless they watch it, all right? So, okay. All right, so, Juicy is going to meet her two friends, Charity and Hope, right? Apparently she knows them from Texas. Okay. The two cheeks are from Texas. The tiny twins is from Texas. Money's from Texas. Juicy's from Texas. These little bitches is from Texas. So everybody, all right. My question is, why is there so many fucking little people in Texas? Okay? Ain't no little people in Atlanta. So they doing a show about little people in Atlanta, but ain't none of the motherfuckers from there. I mean, I don't know where, what's her name from? Minnie? Her mother said she was from Chattanooga. Where that's at? Chill. All right. Yeah, I don't know where Minnie is from because she hasn't mentioned her Texas roots yet, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But everybody on this motherfucker from Texas. So once again, the question is, what the hell is going on in Texas that it is producing this huge amount of little people? And apparently has all the best doctors for little people. So it's the place to be for little people. So I'm assuming all of the doctors went there because of the high incidence of little people that's there. Is that a logical assumption to make? Why? Because Andrea's son had to be in Texas because his doctor's there. Emily had to go back to Texas to have her baby. Like everybody got to do all of their shit over in Texas. So it's making me feel like there's some sort of Texas connection. You know what I mean? Anyway, off that tangent. All right, so she's coming to meet these two girls that she know from Texas. They her little homies, and they are twins, okay? And she was like, who would think that in Texas or Houston or wherever the hell, that there would be two sets of little people twins, because little people are very rare and twins are very rare. So twin little people are super duper rare. You know what I mean? All right, so am I the only one that was taken aback by, I'm not the only one because Minnie, she said something about it a little later on. These fucking girls are some of the ugliest motherfucking bitches I ever seen in my life. What the fuck is wrong with their faces? With this nose and the I mean it's I can't even fix my face to make it ugly enough for you to understand. I don't. All right, y'all. I do not like to be excessively petty and make fun of people's looks unless it's something that they can change, like their hair or their makeup. But when I say those little motherfuckers look like the flying monkeys, I ain't lying. Anyway, okay, so flying monkey friends aside, she goes inside this place to play pool with them. So they chilling, they having drinks. She sucks at pool. Apparently, they are known for being very good at pool, which is hard for little people, I guess, because they too small, too short to be up above the table or whatever the hell. Anyway, they tell her that they're having some sort of a boat ride, and they want her to maybe invite some people because she's Miss Juicy, baby. Baby. Yeah. So she was like, yeah, I do know some people I could invite. And they were like, well, who is it? She was like, well, the left cheek or the right cheek, whichever cheek it is, whichever cheek Bree is, Bree, Amanda, who's she has a twin. She's one of the tiny twins. And they were like, oh, more twins? Like, yeah, they're twins too. And then she was like, and Money. And then that weird ass sound that happened when it's supposed to be so yeah, breathtaking or whatever the fuck. And they like, Money. She from Houston? And Juicy like, yeah. It's like, all right, well, we had heard some things about her. Her name is like all over the streets in Houston. I'm like, well, what she is? A motherfucking pimp? I mean, something that will have your name in the streets is some hardcore badass shit. Especially you don't even live there no more, and people still remember you. That made me seem like she was like a drug lord, right? So I'm thinking, Money. No wonder that bitch is so hard, huh? She's a thug for real. So they did not tell Juicy what it was. She was like, well, what is it that y'all heard? And they was like, nothing. She was like, well, look, I don't want no drama, no trouble. Money, my friend. They were like, no, we gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it. She was like, well, talking seems like they gonna talk it out, so it shouldn't be no damn problems. Now, how many of us knew that it was actually going to be a problem just by the shady way that those little ugly bitches was acting? You too? Yeah. Girl, get it together. Anyway, Money goes to her audition for this ladybug shit with this high-powered dude. I think his name, was it Lamont Jackson? Hopefully I wrote it some damn where. I think later on or whatever, but I don't know. I think his last name was Jackson. He's some black dude, okay? She goes there. She is nervous as hell, okay? She keep on trying to do the line, and I can't remember what the line is, but she said it, and they was like, too country. Don't do a country. she she wasn't doing a country. That's her regular way to talk. She tried to do it more articulate. And they was like, still country. And then it was just, they wasn't even letting us hear what it was she was saying. It was just like, nope, country, still country. This is not working. So they seem to take like some sort of break, and Money ass start crying. But here's what's weird in an audition: you don't really just go up to where the person is and start motherfucking crying. Like, first of all, you walk in an audition, you can go and try to shake somebody's hand, but they might dish you, so you might want to steer away from that. But it's cool if you are close enough to the table and you can grab a hand and all of that shit. But once you go to your space and you start doing your motherfucking audition, you don't come and sit on their desk and cry. That is completely contrived. I'm like, okay. So since this is kind of contrived, maybe it was because of the commercial. The commercial break, maybe she was sitting out resting and she started crying, and then they just decided to take it from there. I just don't understand what she was doing over there that close to the man. But anyway, she crying, and he like, what's wrong? She was like, this is just so important to me. I'm so country. I can't help being country. So he was like, look, Ain't nothing wrong with being country. I'm country too. But you gotta have tough skin and this and this and this. And right here is where you start paying in sweat. No, that didn't happen. That's some fame. But yeah. So he got her together and gave her another chance. And she went up there and said her line, and they were like, that's it. That is so much better. Yes. She was happy than a motherfucker. But I'm just gonna say, she sounded exactly the same as she did all the other times. So I don't know what the difference was at that point. Perhaps she was just less nervous because she felt like he might have liked her because he took the time to chit chat with her or whatever. But yeah, girl, that muffled ass raggedy country little accent. Yeah. I didn't hear nothing different. Did y'all? Did it sound different? I wish I don't want them to try to take down my video for me trying to add the clip in, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, wasn't no difference is what I'm saying. All right, so now Minnie is over at the salon that she works at, and that lady Paula, who's her boss, is there doing somebody's hair. So she like, so what's up? Apparently Minnie is asking Paula to hook her up because she needs to get back on the dating scene, which is what, you know, her whole line of reasoning is for this whole damn episode, right? So what's her name? Paula is like, oh, okay, well, you know what? People do be asking me about you. And Minnie is like, really? She's like, oh my God, you got me blushing. You got me blushing. Anyway, yeah. So they're talking, blah, blah, blah. What kind of guys do you like? She's like, oh, tall and dark skinned and all of this. So they was like, so you never dated a little person? And she was like, no, never. Apparently, she believes that because she was picked on and bullied for being a little person as a kid, that having a little person boyfriend will put them both, I guess, at a disadvantage, right? So she thinks that having an average size, actually very tall, average size man, he would be like her protector or whatever. I mean, I think even average size women like a man that, you know, you feel safe around and he's like your protector. So that really isn't odd. And I guess, I mean, I've never dated a little person, a little guy or girl person. But I don't know. So they're like, first of all, that's discrimination for you to specifically assume that little people, you know, can't be a certain way. And she's like, well, whatever. She got her type. And Paula's like, all right, well, I'll check out the guys, because Minnie was like, I need to not be dealing with nobody with no fetish neither, because, you know, she could tell when somebody got a fetish because they'll be talking about like, can I do this to you? Can I do that with you? Can I spin you around? Can I flip you off of this and that? Like, they feel like almost you're like a doll or a toy or like a pet or some shit like that, the fetishist people. So Paula's like, no, I'm going to do my due diligence and I'm going to find you somebody. So wait on it. So that is that. Juicy and Bree go bathing suit shopping. Nothing really to see there. Juicy's telling Bree that she needs a bathing suit that's like dental floss. Bree finds a really cute bathing suit. Bree's got a cute little body. It passed the twerk test, so I guess it's a-okay. And Juicy looked like she's just wearing like a big moo-moo sort of dress thing. Did you even have to go shopping for that? You don't have any giant ugly dresses at home? Girl. Anyway, Bree asked, like, you know, about this pool party, like, what's going to be out, like, who all is going to be there? And she said, you know, basically everybody's going to be there. She was like, wow. Well, since everybody hasn't been getting along lately, she was like, I hope nobody don't, you know, fuck around and fall off the boat, throw nobody overboard or no shit. Yeah. And that's over. All right, so now Monie and Amanda head to her callback for the audition. She brought Amanda for moral support because she was scared, and she don't really know what exactly was going to happen. The guy's name is Charles West. See, I did write it down, y'all. He goes on to tell Monie, all right, well, look, we all loved your, you know, your voice, your rendition of this ladybug. And she was happy as hell, right? And then he was like, but, you know, you don't have any experience, and that made everybody uncomfortable. So, yeah, they voted you down. Totally, no, they weren't going for it. They did not want you, girl. Money got all sad and upset. He was like, but since I'm in motherfucking charge of this shit, I vetoed everybody, and you are going to be the ladybug, and she is happy as hell. Now, I need to be on a show so that I could get parts in things because I really want that to happen for me. So that would give me 2 parts. I could be getting paid twice because that's excellent. Do you think he chose her just because she obviously has to come in there with a whole entire camera crew, right? In order to record her audition, to record him and the other people who are helping him to audition. So he got something out of this. And I don't know if that was a kickback, getting to be this voice. So, but apparently, it's going to be like all celebrity voices. So she's going to be meeting like all of these celebrities and working with them, on this she's starting off like on this really high level. So yay. I mean, I'm happy for her. I'm jealous of her right now, but okay. I got myself together. I'm going to suck up my jealousy because what's for me is for me, right? And what's for her is for her. And that was for her. All right. So, she happy as hell. She come outside. She tell Amanda, oh my God, and dancing and shit. And then they left. Cool. All right. Minnie's blind date. All right. So she was scared to have this blind date. So she actually made it a double date with Jordan and Amanda. And they sitting there talking and, Amanda's like, so do you know anything about this guy? And she was like, no, I just know that she was supposed to, go by my list. And Amanda's like, well, what's the list? She was like, well, tall and dark skin with tattoos. And Amanda is like, bitch, isn't that what you already had? So basically, you just want another Pastor Troy? Like, didn't you already get enough of that type? She was like, well, she thinks that Minnie needs to open herself up to other kinds of people, preferably little people. Like it should be able to be an option or whatever. So then they saw like a little person, like a guy coming, and Amanda was like, "What if that's him?" And Minnie was like, "Shit, that better not be him, cause that motherfucker. She like dark skin, he was light skin, and he was a little person, obviously. And I didn't see no tattoos, neither." Okay. But he came and he was like, are you Minnie? Yeah, I'm Joe. All right. Joe appeared to be cute. He was nice. He seemed like he had a weird ass little accent. And where the fuck did he work? I'm gonna tell you, I sat there, I rewinded that like 7 times and I still don't know what the fuck he said. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, they talked, whatever, and she was like, well, let's get to it. So they went and they were playing like miniature golf. They seem to be having like a really, really good time. And Amanda sucks. She sucks so much ass at this game. She was like, fuck all this bullshit. She might have just been doing that to make an excuse to go sit down. But she went to sit down. And then she was like, she really wanted to pull Minnie aside and talk to her. She was like, well, how do you feel? Like, do you like this dude? And Minnie was like, you know what? I am really having a good time. I really do like this guy. So Amanda suggested that she invite him to this pool party thing. And she was like, well, I guess. Yeah, all right, I'll ask him. She go and she asked him, and he was like, he had plans to be at his mom's boathouse. Did I just write boat for no reason? Some sort of house that made it seem like his mother got some sort of money. I would have had to maybe jump on that just a little bit harder. Yeah, if he got money like that. Or his mama. Give me that money. Anyway, yeah. So then she was hurt. And then she was crying. I'm like, damn, that fast? That fast, Minnie. You just met this motherfucker. You didn't even like him at the beginning. You gave him the slightest chance. You had the tiniest bit of fun. You asked him to go someplace, he wasn't available, and now you like, oh my God, I think he blowing me off, you don't really like me. Yeah, he could be, but he could also just have something to do with his mother. Yeah? You gonna cry? In front of him? Girl, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so, yeah, it's ridiculous, and I'm ashamed of you. You're being stupid. Anyway, yeah, so we don't know if he blew her the fuck off or not. All right, so now we're actually at this motherfucker boat trip, all right? Juicy's getting on the boat. She's walking, and she come up to her little flying monkey ass friends, and they in there being can I say even uglier than the first time? I don't know if they were even uglier. It just seemed like the sunlight coming into the ugly was very illuminating. It was something I really could have done without on my eyes. Was it the hair? Was it the makeup? Because they had on the eyeshadow. Was that this time or was that the first? It really doesn't. I don't know if it's fixable. I don't know. Stop asking me, y'all. I don't know how to fix it. Woo, them girls is ugly. Anyway, all right, so Amanda comes in and Amanda's like, oh, what, these girls are twins? She was like, wow, and they're little. They're even smaller than her and Andrea, which is small because her and Andrea I think they're like the littlest ones there. Like they are itty bitty. So these girls must be tiny whiny. Let me see. Okay, so they start taking shots and all of this shit. Monie is, I don't know if she's trying to kind of shade Minnie, but whatever. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's drinking and talking and having a good time, taking shots in these gigantic ass cups. What kind of motherfucking shot is that? And that's the same thing Monie said. She's like, these cups is bigger than us. Like, no. So they don't want to get drunk too fast, you know, that early in the damn day. Because you want to be drinking perhaps all through the damn night. You know what I mean? Or at least I would. Well, all right, I'm a drunk. Don't tell nobody. Tell everybody. All right. Minnie said that they called. Minnie was like, when Minnie came in, she was like, "Oh my god, woo!" She was like, "They caught me off guard. The new twins, Charity and Hope, by looking like gremlins." I'm like, "Girl, you ain't never lied." Stripe. Is that his name, Stripe, or was it Stripe? I think it's Stripe because my little brother used to have a real ugly little friend that they used to call that. Ain't that so horrible? First of all, nobody better ever give my kid no nickname of no extra ugly motherfucker. I'm like, so I'm beating you up after school. Yeah. Yes. Gremlins is exactly what the fuck they look like. But she was like, but they cool and they fun, so she all right with it. But I'm sure she will definitely call their asses out when they get on her nerves. I'm sure everybody will. They're gonna be called all kind of ugly bitches if they continue to be on this show because whew, all right, so they gotta squeeze through. So they're all in this room and there's you know, everybody got their boyfriend too. So there's like well, shit, only 2 people got boyfriends. So Jordan and Woodda are there also. Woodda comes back and tells them that there's like some better seating and shit up on the top of the boat. So they gotta squeeze through this little ass space corridor thing to get to this ladder to get on top of the boat. And of course, it's much more spacious and shit up there and whatever. So they up there, they twerking. Minnie is drunk as hell, tossing her ass all over. People are looking at them and other boats, white people, but then they blur their face out. So you couldn't see them because they don't want to be seeing all this raggedy ass shit with motherfuckers twerking on boats. But yeah, so apparently all of the twerking got them all worked up. They had to jump into the water because they was hot. So everybody's jumping into the water. And Juicy is like, okay, Minnie, well, you're next. And she was like, no, I'm not next. And Monie is like, come on, get in the water, get in the water. Just some shit like that. And everybody's like, come on, get in. And she was like, Monie is acting like a bitch. No, I'm not getting ready to do no backflip or flying flip or whatever the hell kind of flipping off type shit she acting like Monie is telling her to do. First of all, Monie ain't telling her to do none of that shit, okay? Yeah. Monie ain't telling her to do no motherfucking flips or no shit. But she's so mad at Monie. She acted like Monie is the only person that told her to get in the water or that Monie even initiated the conversation, which she did not. So, yeah, like I said, she already been acting real shitty towards Monie, trying to act like Monie is like so doing stuff to her. Like, Minnie, you're doing the most. All right. My camera died for a second and I had to let some of that video off and I'm looking at it and why did I have like that highlighter thing and never blended it? And y'all didn't tell me nothing. Y'all just let me be extra bright all up in here. Whatever. All right. Well, hopefully it's gone now because apparently I can't see when my shit be fucked up in this little camera thingamajigger. Anyway, oh, so then Juicy's on the boat. Juicy started, you know, acting weird like, damn, it's so hot. I gotta go lay down somewhere. And then she just got sick, started throwing up in a cup and all of this shit. Nasty as hell. So what is like, I mean, you all right? I mean, you drunk? She was like, hell no, bitch, I party. I'm definitely not no party pooper. I definitely need more liquor than that little bit of shit to get me drunk. So she think it's the heat, maybe seasick. I'm thinking she definitely seasick. First time I got on the goddamn boat, I saw a mirror and it moved. And something about that motherfucking optical illusion to my mind made it seem like the world was moving and it made me nauseous. I just like, yeah. Definitely shit moving when you're standing still definitely makes you sick. Motion sickness. It ain't no joke. But whatever it is, she felt better after she threw up. So might have been that liquor. She might be lying. Her tolerance might not be all she think is cracked up to be. So now everybody like sitting around like a little circle and they talking about men or whatever. So they're kind of like asking like, what's your type or whatever, and Minnie's telling her type again. And she like tall, dark, and handsome or whatever. And one of the twins, I don't know them apart at this point. The ugly ones, not the tiny ones. She's like, well, I like them, you know, dark and black and I don't know, some other word. And they was like, oh, so you like them like Wesley Snipes? And she like, yeah. So then they start talking about who been to the twin. Is it called the twin? Whatever the fuck they was talking about. Okay, let me just say that. Oh wait, to the mini market or whatever. And she was like, well, I don't even know. Like, tell me. So they just having basically like girl talk and all of this. So Amanda is like, oh, well, tell him about Joe. So she ain't never been out with a little person. So she told him he was nice and all of this, but she don't know, you know, if it's going to go anywhere. So the girl is still, the twins, the new ones are still like prying people for information. Like, oh my God, well, no, well, just tell me. I'm just asking questions because I don't really know none of y'all. Money. I feel like I know you from somewhere. You from Houston, right? And Money like, yeah, see, she happy as hell because she been having a good time with these girls. And they been being phony as fuck all this time. Phony and ugly as hell. Phony and ugly don't go together. Pick one. One. Uno. Ooh. Anyway, Money, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Yeah, I'm from Houston. What's your real name? That remind me of what's my cousin when I first met her. She came up to me and she was like, she stopped me in the parking lot. She was like, your name is such such. I already said my name. If you didn't see it, you better rewind. And I was like, yeah. She was like, what's your father's name? I was like, what's your father's name? Who who says that? Anyway, back to the story. Money was like, why, bitch? Who the fuck is you working for that you need to know my real biological name? Like, first of all, we don't recognize each other because I don't recognize you. I ain't never met your ugly little ass before in my life. Don't you think that if many actually have ever met this person, being a little person and a twin and hideously ugly, that she'll remember her? Yeah, so she don't, bitch, you don't know her. So, she was Money was like, my name is Tiffany. She was like, oh yeah, we heard about you in Houston and whatever. She was like, so tell me about them food stamps. I'm just gonna say that this conversation is totally irrational, totally inappropriate, and so none of nobody's business that it don't even make no sense. I mean, there are things that are none of nobody's business, and then there are things that are ultra extra none of nobody's business. And this is where that chick is. This bitch is so okay. Tell me about these food stamps. Why, bitch? Are you the IRS? Is you trying to put her in jail? Like, I don't even understand why you think somebody will come and talk to you, a complete stranger, about their financial situation many years ago. Or even my financial situation now. Bitch, don't try it. I'm mad for Minnie. I'm mad for Money. I'm mad as hell. I did not like that, okay? I did not like that ugly girl. Girls. So, Money is like, what? She was like, yeah, well, we had heard about this in the streets, whatever. So Money explains herself, which is something I wouldn't have done. The fighting would have started right then and right there at that motherfucking time. I don't give a fuck if y'all jump me, this is when the fight is starting. Okay. She was like, well, basically, when I was living in Houston, I was younger, I wasn't working. So I was getting food stamps and I was getting Medi-Cal or Medicare, Medicaid, whatever the fuck it's called. Because you know, California got their own special name for it and shit, so make you confused. You don't even remember what the real name is. But anyway, her baby's father out in Texas also had a new girlfriend. So when Money started working again, she didn't go and let them know that she was working. She didn't report her new income. And the new girlfriend went and told on her and got her in some trouble. And the two sisters are sitting there like, they really act like they work for the IRS. They act like it was their money and she robbed them. They act like they was the godfather and, you know, she let somebody into the organization that was bringing them down and they was going to have to kill her. I mean, they were acting like it actually meant any fucking thing that this came out. So they was like, so you went to jail? She was like, no, I ain't never been in jail. Oh, so you was like on probation or whatever. You know what? Money didn't answer it, and she didn't even need to answer. She didn't need to explain not one motherfucking thing to this bitch, okay? So, the girl was talking about, well, some shit about the government when she needed to have some food stamps, because Money is like, what does this got to do with any goddamn thing? Like, when I needed to have food stamps, they're only trying to give me like $15 or $25. And they telling me it's because of people cheating the system. And Money is like, bitch. Okay. First of all, money has nothing to do with the amount of money that you are allotted for fucking food stamps. When the government tells you that bullshit, it is a lie. The government has millions and millions of dollars that they keep on fucking using to pay off these Congress people and these officials and all of these motherfuckers that's making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars per year. Yeah, if they weren't getting paid all that money to do all the nothing they're doing, the government absolutely has the money to give you more than fucking $15. And you said you got a kid? Which leads me to believe, bitch, you're lying, okay? Because I got $15 in food stamps, and I'm pretty sure that I was working, which is why they was giving me such a small fucking amount, or I was getting unemployment or something. And when I started working for 1 month, they went off. They was harassing me over that money. Like, you owe us, we gonna sue you. So I called them. I'm like, where do you want me to send the $14? Okay? And they're like, it was only 14. Yes, bitch, you was only giving me 14 fucking dollars in food stamps, and I will gladly give it back. They were like, oh, well, don't worry about it. Oh, no, now don't worry about it. So this bitch, her argument is irrational. If you believe the bullshit the government telling you when they telling you they ain't gonna help you, they ain't helping you because they think, fuck you. So you blaming Money for that? Kind of fucking ridiculous. Like I said, she also has nothing to do with how much money is being awarded to you. As a mother, you should definitely be getting more money than that, unless of course you work. So if you work, they give you a certain amount of money based on how much they think you need in addition to how much money you're making. So something about your story don't add up in the first motherfucking place. But Money gets up and she walk out like, fuck that, I ain't gotta take this, okay? And then Juicy gets up to follow her and go talk to her. And she was like, you know, you ain't gotta walk off. Like, I do think it's really wrong what they did. Like, this shit is kind of inappropriate. It's fucking ridiculous. And Money is like, I'm being questioned every motherfucking where I go. First, I gotta fucking prove that I'm a little person, or I got some sort of dwarfism, or nobody don't want to be around me. Now, all of a sudden, some shit that's from my past is coming up from some motherfuckers I don't even know. I mean, what else I gotta bring? My fucking credit reports? So, Juicy like, well, what you gonna do? She was like, fuck that, I'm going back out there. And Juicy like, handle your business, bitch. She go back out there trying to snatch that fucking door open. And she was like, what the fuck y'all asking me all these motherfucking questions for any motherfucking way? So the girl like, I done met people like you before. You know, I can't get people like me who really need the stuff, can't get what they need because people like you and Money like, the people who hungry and need food, and I'm out here starving with a kid. And Money like, it sounds to me like your argument is with the motherfucking food pantry. If you're hungry, go get some food. What the hell you arguing with me for? And the girl is just talking and her sister, they trying to call themselves chiming in. The conversation, once again, like I said, is inappropriate. It's none of their motherfucking business. And I think that this whole storyline right here is absolutely contrived. There is no way in the world that anybody gives a fuck about people committing welfare fraud so hard that they go and memorize all of the faces and the names on the wall, on the board, and then hold a personal gripe against each and every one of those people, so that you can go and harass them years later because you acting like you the motherfucking government and you putting tax money into it. You didn't do shit for that money. Shut up, take your $25 and keep it motherfucking pushing. But that ain't what she did, so she got what she got. So she was talking that shit, and Money was like, bitch, you better. And then she just threw the drink in her face. And then she was like, bitch, but Money ran. She ran back in and like closed the door. So the cup missed her. So she laughing. And then they getting off the chair, the two ugly twins. And she like, the other one is like, get that bitch, get that bitch. So they doing that little water walk into the thing. And Money is still in there. Money, you already know she the biggest little person that motherfucking ever. So she towering over these bitches and they littler than the tiny twins. Okay. So she like, what? And they like, motherfucking blah. Juicy trying to hold them back. Money is off the chain. And she was like, I don't give a fuck. She picked up like cups and just like fucking showers for everybody. She fucking just dumped that shit on their head, which I think is mean and disrespectful, except that I really think they deserved it. So I don't even give a fuck about them being disrespected for being extremely little. Because if you that little and you talking that much shit, you bitch, you could have kept that to yourself. Ain't you getting paid to be on this show? You got money now. You throwing motherfucking boat parties and liquor and all kind of shit. I ain't never had no money to throw no motherfucking boat party. So I'm going to assume you're out of your poor ass situation. But you still so motherfucking mad that you got $15 or $25 at some point that you going to start a motherfucking fight in another city years later. Bitch, you tried it. You motherfucking tried it and you got what you got. So it just seemed like Money was like, ah. And then it was like, to be continued. Oh my God. Okay, so I was just real excited. Okay, so the recap, I think I recapped as I was going along. Minnie's on my motherfucking nerves. Andrea is doing the most. I think that she's really making a mistake, hurting her sister the way she is. Really happy for Money getting that audition to be this motherfucking ladybug. I'm starting to kind of like Juicy a little bit. A little bit. Who the fuck else is on this show? Bree ain't doing nothing. Bree just chilling. Her and Buddha, I'm happy for them. They together. He seemed to be acting right. Amanda, she's adorable. Still love her. And I'm so here for Money flipping the fuck out on these little ugly ass bitches, because them I am not here for. Hate them, okay? Definitely don't like them. This was petty, and like I said, I think that they had to go and dig something up to try to get a storyline with something with Money, because this is irrelevant ass bullshit to be talking about, to be arguing with somebody. And if this is a real gripe that they had in real life that they brought to the forefront because that was really something on their mind bothering them, and you a bunch of petty, extremely ugly ass bitches. And that's all I gotta say. So if you agree with my review, recap, and or commentary, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. And till the next time, I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to watch my channel. While you're at it, swing by and check out my previous video.
We host events and we talk or whatever the hell they say, and they're really like,
If you're into prettying yourself up and beautifying, go and check out my natural hair and beauty channel. I also have a fitness channel where I share free workouts if that's something that you've been looking for.